Now, one thing we love to do here is hunt by family. And we have a close friend, Mike, that comes out for gun season every year. We consider him family. Even going out and sitting with Dylan in the woods, and we consider Dylan family, and he's filming. It's just special. But to have Autumn, my daughter, my oldest, and Joe, her husband, and then Carson, my first grandson, he was out too. And to have them and come out for 7 or 8 days and hang out at the house, you can imagine the family time. Still had to get a little work in. We're actually filming today and they're here. But Joe and I got to hunt together a lot. I've already shot quite a few bucks this year in different states and had a very successful season. But we're trying to get Joe his biggest buck ever. He's from the UP of Michigan. He deer hunts fanatically, traps, fishermen, big lakes, ice, everything. So I enjoyed sitting with Joe, and we started out by sitting at the hermit plot behind the house. We saw a lot of deer. We walked out there, and the rest of the time we really skipped around. We were after certain bucks, and we just took the quiet cats in, dropped them off, sat for an afternoon. We actually sat out in the morning too, and we had a really good time. But it culminated last night with a special hunt, and I'll just leave it at that. But we had a great time sitting together, and to have the family participate in the end was something special. Joe and I are hunting out pretty cool hidden corner back here. I love it for turkey and then for deer too, which we're out here for deer right now. But this is also where Joe and I came out, and I shot a turkey this spring too. In fact, they're all the way on the other side of the property. We zoomed over here in the electric cart, and then belly crawled into the blind and into a redneck gilly, and ended up calling her from like 200 some yards away. It was crazy. They came right over. But when we came in here, we just flushed a flock of like 25 to 30 that's been around here, and we're listening to those turkeys behind us in the woods. So better than spooking a bunch of deer. But this hidden corner is awesome. We have a bedding bench behind us, a bedding point over there. So there's 2 points to our left, and with a corner, we've done a lot of bedding work over there to our left. And then right over to the left of me is where I snuck across this field right after daybreak and shot the broken buck at a water hole right over there. We have the apple plot across the field in front of us. The trees over there are about 200 yards away, but we can't see anything in that last half. And so if they come out over there, it's a pretty skinny area, and it's hidden or plowed field up here. So they gotta feed in a skinny strip of hay over there or on this side. But they're going through that apple plot, and they're hitting that clover and chicory and alfalfa pretty hard right now. We had a lot of deer go through there last night. We saw a couple good bucks down here on the water hole, and then they come out from our right here too. So it's a big panoramic view. We're hoping that we can get a couple hunts out of here. We'd love to be able to get out of here without spooking deer, which would be the name of the game tonight, and have a good hunt and see what we see. And then it's kind of like we're surrounded by bedding. We have food plots to our right and in front of us where they come out, end up out in this field somewhere for all dark. It's kind of like they like being out in these open fields with even a lower quality food. I think they could see coyotes. It's safe, social. Winds are supposed to die down tonight. So really good opportunity to sneak in here. And really wish we had our redneck gilly blind back here, because it blends in a lot better. These pop-ups just have a shine to them, and as soon as we went over the crest of the hill like 300 yards away, it just really sticks out. And it's back in some brush here too, so we'll see. Turkeys are coming back out to the field right now, but and flying away. So anyways, I imagine they're all going to be out here and making a bunch of noise here pretty soon. But consistent roosting here. We've shot 3 turkeys here over the years, maybe even a 4th. But really cool spot for deer coming out, and we're looking for one of those late season survivors. Joe comes down, my son-in-law from the UP. Autumn's here with my grandson, so we've been spending a few days here, and it's been fun sitting out here with Joe. But we're waiting. We'll keep you updated, but so far flushed a flock of turkey, and there's 1 turkey out there and 0 deer at the moment. This afternoon is quiet, and a lot different than yesterday afternoon. We're fast forward into this afternoon. Came in the same blind, same way with quiet cats. They're parked over there about 75, 100 yards, and same place we shot the turkeys. Yesterday we had a pile of deer come in, and it was just after dark. Had a really nice buck down here. I had a younger buck over this way. But we're out here now. Joe would really like to shoot a buck, but we also want to shoot some does. And we both have the muzzleloaders tonight. So if it can get down to it at dark where we can do the 3, 2, 1 shoot type thing, we'll do that and try to both harvest a doe. But if Joe can get a buck and we can turn the other muzzleloader towards a doe, we'll do that too. So we're just going to see how it plays out. But we still have over an hour of our set, and we've seen some deer move. There's a decent 8-point that was moving on the plot right across from us, probably 150 yards coming this way. But now it's been well over an hour, so we're not sure where he's ended up, but I bet you it's out here somewhere. So it is super quiet. If something's close, that's another thing too. If we spook a doe and it's getting spooky out there, gonna run and ruin the evening, we're gonna definitely try to shoot her. But either way, it's kind of fun both having the muzzleloader and having the opportunity to maybe shoot a buck and a doe. And it is nice. It's probably about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday and a whole lot less windy. It's kind of nice for getting a little bit of wind right now because it gives us some cover for being quiet. And it sure seems like the deer like a little bit of wind sometimes, not when it's 16, 17 miles an hour like it was yesterday and gusting to 25 or whatever it was. So, a lot better right now, and we have a lot of bedding area to our left, all the way around the corner and in front of us, and a little bit to our right, especially in the 100 to 200 range. So our wind is kind of hitting that gap in between to the right. There's a real steep drop off, so kind of a lot goes into these sets, but as far as why we're here. But it was kind of nice that we're able to slip in here for these 2 nights in a row in one of my favorite spots to watch. Actually have 4 does and a nice 8-point that Joe would like to shoot. And the buck's working like over at about 140. And the does are, what do you think the does are, Joe? Probably 150. Yeah, 150 to 160, so it's we're gonna get serious here. Yes. Joe, how'd you feel about the shot?
I felt good about the shot.
I know you at least you had a little bit of a solid rest, but well, I guess we'll see if any does come out now. Buck was right about there. Kind of right out there, about 125 yards.
Oh, you smoked her. She said good.
Pretty sure she went down on the bikes. She looked like she was going down, didn't she?
Yeah.
We could hear it smack.
I heard it smack that dude.
Did you hear it smack yours? So I'm wondering. Still have a little light, so we're hoping to find a dead buck. Well, we did find blood for Joe's 8-point. I think it was an 8-point.
Yeah.
And the first blood, kind of common with gun, muzzleloader. We're bow hunters, so we're used to, like, you shoot something, it bleeds a lot with a broadhead, but with the sabot, we have a pretty good direction of where he went, and really don't think he bled for about 100 yards. We have a good trail where he went in, so it's been about an hour since the shot, and we're gonna go check out that doe, make sure she didn't go very far. We backed out, and blood spraying. Looks pretty good on the entrance side, which could be a good side too. It probably went all the way to the back. It was quartering towards us a little bit. But we're gonna go get the pickup truck. We're gonna get Autumn and the kids. We'll have them in the truck, and we're gonna come back out probably about an hour, I would say, after we take care of that doe and get it hanging. And then we'll start tracking again. So we'll give it even some more time. No sense rushing.
Well, babe, how'd it go?
It went great. We only had about 30-yard drag. 5-10 minutes to open her up, get the guts out, and had the whole family here. What did you think, Jax?
See, it was so cool.
That's so cool.
Hey, what are we gonna do with the deer?
Wait.
Like last night, we had, or the night before, we had mashed potatoes and canned venison.
I'm gonna go find a bed buck.
Yeah, we'll go find a big buck now. He's getting really impatient. So we've got my doe tagged and out of the woods in the back of the kinetic, and we got Jen here, and Autumn, and Jackson, and Joe's right there. So we're gonna go try to find Joe's buck right now, and we're right at the spot of last blood, and it's been almost 3 hours. So let's see what we can find.
I'm gonna go find a bed buck.
You got last blood, Joey?
Pretty easy.
There he is.
There he is. Joe! Woo! Yeah, he's right here. You guys see him?
You want to find the big Look at, let's go find the big buck.
Hey, look at, he's on our land.
It's a good buck.
He must have made a really good shot. He only went like, I mean, he went downhill 150 yards at the most, 125 yards. What do you think, Jackson? You excited about the big buck?
Are you gonna touch the big buck?
Why don't you grab the antler? Yeah? You think the big buck for the meat? Yeah. Well, it worked out.
Just as planned.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way, but we had a little confusion there. We thought, we kind of got greedy. I thought that, Joe would shoot the buck and I'd pick out a doe and, do 1, 2, 3 shoot, and it never works that way. So Joe felt a lot more comfortable, and I did too, of him just 1, 2, 3 shoot the buck. And then I was thinking one of those 5 does would still be standing there. There was 1 fawn, 4 does, or there was at least 3 big ones that were out of the 5, and they all ran. So as soon as he shot, they just split. And he was going real slow, more steady right down to the woods. And as it ended up, there's blood all the way down here. I mean, you got a really good shot, only went 125 yards. And then about 8 minutes later, then a doe came. And Joe said he was still shaking. So he's like, you shoot it. So I shot it, and we have multiple doe tags. Joe has doe tags too. So ended up, tonight we're able to get Joe's biggest buck ever.
Yep.
And which is awesome to be a part of. It's got really good mass at the bases, a good body. It looks like a 3.5-year-old, which is awesome out here. And kind of what we're looking for. It's got a little sticker down there at the base. Really nice buck. But then to get the doe too, I think you guys are going to take the meat home, debone it, and you guys can take the meat home and a bunch of meals for everybody, and all good. So, and then Jen's here filming. Autumn and Jax, they just went back to the truck. Lily and Carson are in the truck. So we literally have the whole family here, which is pretty awesome. My grandson, son-in-law Joe, Autumn, Jen, Jax, Lily. So pretty cool night, and great way to wrap it up. I hear coyotes in the background right now, so they're going to eat well tonight with some guts. Really good muzzleloader hunt, combo, buck, and doe.
What are you doing?
I'm just Boy Scouting. There's nothing better than the triple granny knot. I'd use it for all kinds of things.
Dough legs.
Yeah, no worries. We got to make room in the back. It's that time of year. What do I mean? Christmas time. I just want to remind you of all the stuff that we have that you can buy to help your loved ones, yourself, achieve their whitetail dreams. We have all the books I've written, our web classes, our seed products, and if you're a really big spender, hire one of us to come out and design your parcel. We've actually had a few Christmas and birthday presents like that. Bottom line is there's a lot of tools to help you out. And if you don't want to spend anything at Christmas, we do a lot of free content for you. But check our Christmas stuff out, whitetailhabitatsolutions.com, Pure Wildlife Blend Seed Company. Thanks for watching, guys, but most importantly, Merry Christmas.